Welcome back to the Legal Brief, the show where we crush the various legal myths and misinformation surrounding various areas of the gun world. I'm your host, Adam Kraut, and today we're talking about the continuing fight for 3D printed guns, the First Amendment, and freedom. SB Tactical, the originator of the pistol stabilizing brace, set the bar for innovation and product development in the PDW pistol category. From the insanely popular SB-M4 to the adjustable SB-A3 and even kits for pump-action firearms, SB Tactical braces are available for a wide variety of firearm platforms in fixed, adjustable, and side-folding models. To get 15% off your legally transported and carried pistol braces, use the code TGC15 over at sb-tactical.com. A few weeks ago, we covered Cody Wilson and Defense Distributed's settlement agreement with the Justice Department, which would have allowed him to post the files to 3D print guns like the Liberator. Well, it didn't take long for the world to freak out about 3D printed guns and the impending gun violence epidemic that was sure to follow. Let's not forget, these files have only been on the internet since, 2013? And just like Metallica found out, you can't stop the signal.
Hey, are you the guys protesting free internet music downloading?
We're gonna sit here and protest with you until free downloading stops, yeah.
Yeah, if we all give in now, people might never stop downloading our music for free. But why play if we're not gonna make millions of dollars?
I had a chance to sit down and interview Cody while out at TriggerCon this year. Before we got started, he excused himself briefly and took a phone call. When he returned, he informed me that he was filing lawsuits against New Jersey and the city of Los Angeles. Cody also then mentioned he was about to get sued by a lot of people. Turns out, he wasn't so wrong. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Washington all filed lawsuits against Defense Distributed to prevent the files from being published. The links to those complaints are down in the description. Now, it'll be a little tough to shoehorn 4 different lawsuits into a single episode, so we're only going to cover the basis of Defense Distributed's lawsuit against New Jersey and the city of Los Angeles. And regarding the state suing Cody, if your entire argument can be circumvented by a simple VPN, a little background is needed. On July 26, New Jersey's Attorney General sent a letter to Defense Distributed. Among other things, the letter demanded that Defense Distributed cease and desist from publishing the files that would allow a person to 3D print a gun because doing so would violate New Jersey's public nuisance laws. I think New Jersey's a public nuisance. And as is the case with most letters that people receive from lawyers, it ended with a clear threat of litigation should Defense Distributed make those files available. The Attorney General then doubled down on the threat during a press conference. Again, the files have been available since 2013. It's kind of like Barbara Streisand's house. It's on the internet! The city of Los Angeles filed a letter with the court in a different case which described the city's position that the publication of those files on defcad.com would pose a direct and imminent threat to the public safety of Los Angeles and violate a number of city and state laws. The city, as with New Jersey, also threatened legal action. Defense Distributed alleges that, but for New Jersey and Los Angeles' letters, it would freely distribute files in New Jersey and Los Angeles. However, because of those threats of litigation, Defense Distributed voluntarily blocked IP addresses associated with New Jersey and LA. The suit asserts 9 separate counts against New Jersey and Los Angeles. First, Defense Distributed argues that New Jersey and Los Angeles' legal actions are invalid because it's an unconstitutional prior restraint on protected expression. In other words, it's a violation of the First Amendment. Defense Distributed also alleges that the attempt to prohibit the dissemination of the files violates the Second Amendment, since the right to keep and bear arms embodies 2 complementary guarantees, that being the right to acquire arms and the right to make arms. The suit also raises a number of counts related to the Supremacy Clause. The Supremacy Clause generally establishes that the federal Constitution and federal law take precedence over state laws and even state constitutions. In this vein, Defense Distributed is arguing that because the State Department has agreed to issue it a license under the settlement agreement to distribute the materials, the state and city cannot interfere with that. It further alleges that Congress has explicitly occupied the field to regulate export control law, which precludes the state and local government from doing so. Lastly, The lawsuit raises 2 counts in relation to contracts, and 1 about the Dormant Commerce Clause. Essentially, Defense Distributed alleges that the threats of litigation have interfered with contracts between third parties and potential third parties. With regard to the Dormant Commerce Clause, that's a little complex, and this isn't law school.
You done messed up, AA Ron!
There's some links down in the description below. Defense Distributed is seeking declaratory and injunctive relief, as well as attorney's fees and any actual monetary damages to be proven at trial. This is another one that we'll be following closely here at TGC. There are links in the description to learn more about what Cody is up against, and also a link in the description to a relevant project started by the Firearms Policy Coalition, codeisfreespeech.com. That's it for this episode. If you learned anything from the show, help us out and hit that like button. Make sure you share it around with your friends. Don't forget to get subscribed, and if you enjoyed the video, consider supporting us via the links down in the video description. Be sure to check out the Gun Collective podcast live on YouTube on Thursday nights, also on iTunes, and as always, thanks for watching. The suit asserts 9... No, that's 10. That was definitely 10. I went like this, I was like 9. That's 10. No, that's 10.
Look at it. The shirts worn in today's video on the Gun Collective have been provided by Patriot Patch. Closed captions have also been brought to you by Patriot Patch Company. Be sure to click the link in the video description to check out all of their great products, including their cleaning mats.